now. I'm never going to do it. I have to.
All right, we are live. I'm eating my dinner, which is a bowl of cereal because I'm an adult. But I'm going to let the coterie take over and do all the coterie things. So,
Hi.
So yeah.
All right, Jack's playlist is officially 4 hours long. Let's go.
But what cereal?
Generic brand Cocoa Roos or Cocoa Pebbles.
Puffs? Oh, the ones in the resealable bags.
Yeah.
The giant bags.
Yeah, hell
delicious.
Yeah. Grew up on those.
Yeah. All right. So
it's generic brand. Oh, you heard. Okay.
Yeah. She heard.
Okay.
Do you want to do quick intros and then recap?
Yeah, do intros, recap, and read the
thing.
Content warning. Yeah, the thing.
Oh God, my notes are so long. What the hell?
This broadcast may contain blood,
and sex.
Wow.
Yep.
Sexy blood.
Sexy.
I mean, if you're into that.
If you're into that. I mean, technically we're vampires, so I guess we're into
Everybody's
that.
Well, I mean, would it be more of like a food play type of situation? Because like blood is food for vampires. So would it be the equivalent of like somebody smearing themselves in lasagna?
Hot. We'll just play Sex and Violence by the Exploited.
I have a question. So that one time that Sasha had that like Carrie moment where she was covered in blood. Is that considered a food fight?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, do I
immediately have 3 XP? 3 XP immediately. Yeah.
3 XP. Wow.
Everybody did.
That's how good that was.
You know
Wonderful.
what that was? You know what that was? It was a callback worth 3 XP.
Hell yeah.
Call you back.
Oh, I mean, technically you do.
I look, that was I called myself.
Unfortunately, she ain't your holla back girl, so you can't call her back.
Damn.
Hey.
But hi everyone. Welcome to Endless Elegy Second City Blues, where we fuck shit up. We're 13 episodes into this season, which means one, if this is your first episode, you should go back and watch.
You've missed a lot.
Season 1 and all of season 2 so far.
Actually, I think you're fine, and you can just pick up with when I come in.
Yes. We will be dropping 4 episodes soon.
Yeah, I that's my bad. I'm sorry.
All good.
I'm gonna work.
Everything is fine, Anne.
It's okay.
Look, it's.
You do not have to justify yourself. Things happen. Life happens.
I want to put this out there because I know other people can relate to it. Sometimes when ADHD's hard, like you just got to deal with it,
Also, because we haven't made the command yet, but also, if you would like to get links to everything, and follow the cast, follow us, wonderful people, check out our beacons. You can also check out the original Endless Elegy, which is Brain do the thing.
Milwaukee.
What's that place? Milwaukee. There we go. I was like, I was gonna say Minneapolis, and I was like, that's not right. That's not right. That's not right at all.
No.
So, could you imagine what kind of BS happens in Minneapolis with vampires though? Like,
the Endless Elegy was inside us all along.
All along, yeah. And sometimes people are inside each other in this game. So,
whoopsies. Got a little bit of blood.
Who read the content warning?
Sorry about that.
Shelly, read the content warning.
No.
I am reading the content warning. Fuck
Oh,
me.
yeah. Elle should read the content warning. Yeah.
I'm booking hotels.
You if I make you, but Elle,
nice.
Your turn. Elle, you're up.
All right. Okay. The following show takes place in the world of darkness and explores narratives of personal horror. This story is a work of fiction and is not official World of Darkness material. Many of the themes are portrayed from a place of empathy, but may be uncomfortable to some listeners. Episodes may contain coarse language, yes, sexual content, perhaps, mental and emotional abuse, perhaps, violence, yes, mental illness, yes, and blood. Oh, I hope so. Viewer discretion is advised. Portions of the materials are copyrights and trademarks of Paradox Interactive AB and are used with permission. All rights reserved. For more information, please visit worldofdarkness.com. Do that anyways. Thank you for watching Endless Elegy. That's the end of it. All right, guys, stream's over. Sorry.
That was perfect, by the way. I exactly finished my cereal.
Wonderful.
Yeah. So Peachy Sabs, yes, vampires are in Canada. However, super cold is actually a problem for Kindred. They become like stiff boards and stuff. It's a real problem because they don't have blood to pump, and so it's extreme cold can be a problem for Kindred. So they don't.
They should never go to Appalachia.
Appalachia.
Okay, but like, I was gonna say, I don't know if there are kindred like in the Northwest Territories or like
Probably not.
that.
At least probably not white
That part.
vampires.
Yeah.
Oh, I actually think there's I have the random boring place for you. It is Winona, Minnesota. Or or Havelock, North Carolina.
Yo, we totally should. Oh, that'd be so fun. Anyway,
The most boring place would probably be the Woodlands, Texas. If we're just going places that we have lived
what
in
is
our
it,
lives.
Witten, Texas, or something like that?
Oh yeah. The vampire show. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't
Kindred
see any
makes-
time. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, kindred make their own fun. Doesn't matter where they are.
True.
I will say,
as somebody who played a vampire in an Appalachian Chronicle before this, very interesting, very fun.
It's fun as someone who's from the Appalachia region because I'm sitting here and I'm like, yeah, if any vampires showed up, they would immediately be sniffed out. Appalachian people have noses like bloodhounds for anything slightly spooky. They would get sniffed out and their asses would be dead by morning.
It was a fun time. Nonetheless, shall we play vampire?
Yes. Also, Andrew, can other people hear Andrew? Is it just me? Is it a me issue?
I can. Is
he's
Andrew
not talking
muted?
right now, so
No, he's talking. I can see his mouth moving.
I can't hear him either. Yeah.
Andrew, what did you do?
I'll dub over him.
We all get 16 XP.
Golly gee, I don't know what happened, gang.
Oh no, not Mickey Mouse.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, gang.
Oh boy.
There's an eldritch horror behind you.
I just refreshed in case it was
back to Endless Elegy, everyone.
Apparently,
oh boy. I can
Mickey.
Hook.
Oh my God! Please no.
Gorsh.
Oh man.
Have you seen my boy Matt?
I can't. I can't do I cannot do a goofy impression because every time I try, I can feel Bill Farmer's gaze on me, and I'm like, no, Bill, I promise.
Cereal.
I can do better than this.
Makes sense.
Leave it. It's like a Little Mermaid situation. Andrew, we're actually exiling you.
Yeah, so we're gonna exile you like magic cards. So
yeah. So this is like the opposite of the musical episode. Instead, everyone is on mute.
Oh, so it's Hush from Buffy.
Yes, it's Hush from Buffy instead of Once More with Feeling from Buffy.
Oh man, I love I love both of those episodes.
It's so good. Both the episodes are so good. Did you know that Hush actually inspired some of the creature designs for Halloween Horror Nights?
Hello.
I did not know that. You're
Oh.
back, yay!
Back?
I did not know that.
Here.
Yeah. Nice.
That's
I-
cool. to know.
You all missed my my dulcet tones.
We missed you so much.
Yeah, no, Appalachia is so I lived in the not Appalachia part of North Carolina. I lived on on the coast. But as somebody who grew up exposed to Appalachia, 10 out of 10 can confirm there are eldritch horrors. Just that's it. That is, if you want to believe in like old magic and crap, and I definitely do. Like Appalachia, it's just I think when you harvest the lifeblood of the planet, like really get down in the guts of it, you unleash something.
When I was 11, I
Which
watched
would
a
be
deer
a-
stand up on 2 legs.
Which would really be
I
a
hope you
great
didn't look
intro
it in its
to my
eyes.
next.
No!
To my
I
next
never look any deer in its
chronicle.
eyes, just like out of respect and habit.
Yo, Mothman.
I look at those
10 out of
hooves,
10.
dude.
Mothman's the
bang.
reason I say I'm demisexual, because what is gender? It doesn't matter. Mothman would bang.
Real. Maybe that's Jack's sexuality.
Okay.
Mothman.
Mothman.
Yeah.
Eldritch horrors.
Yeah, that's how, I'm
That-
gonna fuck this. That's how I'm gonna fuck Statty, dude.
Statty.
Oh God.
Look,
There is a fantastic podcast. Actually, I'm sorry. Let me vamp for just a minute. Allow me to indulge, please.
You gonna vamp?
I mean, this is vampire.
Vamping on vampire. Let's go.
Yeah. Allow me to indulge. I know Anne's like getting ready to throw a TV screen at me or something like that. Like a CRT TV. So she's really serious. But it's Old Gods of Appalachia.
Yes, I love that
a
podcast.
Fantastic podcast.
Hey, if anybody wants to play Old Gods of Appalachia with me, they have a TTRPG system.
They do.
I own it. You guys should play with me.
It's what has inspired me to start writing. Like listening to that and Midnight Burger. Those 2 podcasts alone have inspired me to start writing.
Lost it, haven't you?
I never had it to begin with. Those 2 alone have inspired me to write an audio drama finally. I was like skirting around it, and I'm like, yeah, fuck it, I'll just write one.
I mean, if you need people to help with that, I'm down, dude.
Eventually, absolutely.
I'm just waiting for us all to gang up and write an Endless Elegy book for World of Darkness. I'm just saying.
I think
sell it. Would anybody be interested?
The story I have concocted in my horrible mind might be really one would be especially great. Unbelievable. Thank you so much for that follow there.
Now is the time to put aside your weak.
It's a raid.
It's a raid.
Snap, we're getting raided.
Join me in remaking this world.
But like the nature of the Endless
everyone.
Elegy story is like, what do stories do to reality? And right, that story would be way better if other people had access to. Like that's the whole point. I think that'd be pretty great. Damn it, Shelley. Quit
Hey, viewers, what does happen when stories become reality and leak in there? Answer in the comments.
Like think about it. Like I was thinking about it recently. Corporation, right?
Yes.
Like a corporation is nothing. Like it's a meaningless nothing. It does, and we made up just like a word like corporation, and it. Amazon, these things have become very real and potent and powerful things in our reality.
You're so powerful, Robert.
Something doesn't need to be Superman. Superman exists, right? It doesn't matter that Superman isn't real. Superman exists. There's a sort of understanding amongst all of us, like who Superman is and what Superman does and what is Superman. So much so that if like someone writes a comic that is like has Superman, just snapping everyone's necks and like throwing people into the sun, we're like, that's not Superman. So much that people,
Man of Steel, right?
that
Yeah,
people
we've all seen
will
it.
reject it. Like society wholesale will reject it. Stories, like I try to explain this sometimes, and then I feel like I'm old man yelling at clouds. How something doesn't need to be quote unquote real to exist. Like Superman has gone on to affect people's morality and how they view the world and so on and so forth. That's what I'm talking about when I'm talking the Endless Elegy. Except we're placing it in a world where goddamn vampires are the main characters, and what does that, do? When you do add the supernatural, when you do make pacts with the Static Man.
Statty.
When you're fueled by poor decisions.
So speaking of fueled by poor decisions, did y'all introduce yourselves yet? Here's the coterie,
No.
everybody.
Nope. No. Hi. Hello. Where's my girl?
Bad segue game. By the
Hi.
way, thank you for the raid.
Hi, everyone. My name is Shelly Von Miller. I play Ashley Dame. This is her.
Oh, she's so pretty. What? She's gorgeous.
Keep the guitars done for.
Yeah. Oh, wait. Just wait. I'm looking.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
I'm looking.
I will be honest, I fully just picture Rory as you, but like with a bad wig.
Oh my god.
That would be if I ever cosplay him. That would be
How
accurate.
dare.
No,
Yeah,
I
not
just
right.
I can't. It's just Michael, but like with a grease wig on.
Everyone scold Miss Corgi for destroying a notebook.
Bad Corgi.
Bad
Wait,
Corgi.
Objection! My client
notebook?
is innocent.
Which
Do you have
notebook?
any proof?
Which notebook?
Not my campaign notes notebook.
Okay.
A totally blank notebook. Hi, yes.
Objection! There was no crime committed. The defendant is innocent.
Oh, I see you.
What the fuck?
He's gonna be a little butt this whole chronicle.
Speaking of innocent, it's Rory time.
Yeah. It's
Well,
Rory time.
I mean, that's
Introduce
neither here nor
yourself.
there. But yeah, hi.
Who are
hello.
you?
I am Michael, the only Michael on this show. It's weird. And I am Rory, your resident wizard, Tremere, and the one not making weird pacts with
Statty.
Eldritch
What's up
beings.
with that?
Yeah.
Are a shameful Tremere.
I think I'm smart is the word you're looking for.
No.
How many dots in intelligence? Is it 4? 5?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. Never mind. Then take that back. Yes.
He's the smartest in our group.
Allegedly. Sorry, I gotta throw shade at Michael. It's been a while. It's been a while.
It's been a while.
Oh, dude, I was wailing 3 a.m. the other day.
I went wailing at 3 a.m.
Oh yeah.
Did you get
I
milk?
was singing 3 a.m. by Rob
Did you catch
Thomas
a whale?
at
Oh,
3
I was about
a.m.
to say, I bet your
Whilst
your
catching
neighbors
an
hate
orca.
you.
Did you
That's
free
illegal.
Willy? Did you remember to
Not in
let it-
Japan.
Dang. I can't believe Japan only has healthy birds.
As opposed
Speaking
to
of healthy
angry birds.
bird, and
Yeah.
tell us about yourself.
Bad transition game. Nailed it.
Yeah.
Hi. Sorry, still recovering from a cold. My name is Anne, and today I will be playing Sasha Dawson, the Toreador who apparently likes to mess with timelines with her art, and she hasn't made a bad decision in a while, I think. I don't know, time is really weird. But the last time she made a bad decision, it brought her dead ex back, and now he's bad.
That was like
So,
a day and a half ago, maybe.
True.
listen,
And
is
time is a weird
thing.
soup. Speaking
Time
of
is
time
such
being
a
a
weird-
weird soup, hey,
Hey,
Hello, everyone. I've been here the whole time.
it's true.
I am Elle, and today I will be playing Jaq Durant. I'm having a good time, having a ball. Just came here from good little corner of the world. Now I'm in Chicago. Been here for a little bit now, meeting some new friends. Decided to only make good decisions. I continue to only make good decisions, and I will only ever make good decisions. That's how you do it down in Nolans.
Insight check?
Manipulation time. Speaking of manipulating us, Meph is gone. This is his
Oh.
channel.
Hi, Jack.
Hey, Dad, I'm the DM now. Nice to
Yeah.
meet y'all.
Hey, look, new ST.
Find yourself in a Taco Bell at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
All y'all wake up
Sasha's-
with no
Sasha's
memory
not
of how
there.
you got in your graves.
Sasha's not there. Sorry.
Oh God, I don't know what's going on. Honestly, my brain.
I don't know what happened.
But hi, welcome to Endless Elegy, Second City Blues. We're cool people sometimes, and we have
Very rarely.
a schedule? Question mark.
Does
allegedly-
anybody
No,
remember?
We do
Allegedly
have,
Thursdays at 9 p.m. Central.
Allegedly.
we do
allegedly.
have. I have notes, and I'm ready to recap last session.
Yes, please recap for us.
All right, my
Recap
friends. So
for
we
us,
start
recap
out.
for us.
Put your
And-
recap on.
Okay.
Get out. Go away.
Recap. So
Brilliant.
Ashley is like having a Man or Muppet vision with the Static Man, and the Static Man shows up and he's like, "Wow, you tried to get out of my deal. That's really silly. Don't you know about the deal that we made and also the Fae courts that I'm a part of? Because I'm a Fae. I'm a part of courts. Call me Phoenix Wright, baby." And so Ashley is like, "I hate you and I hope you die." And the Static Man is like, "I hope we both die, baby. Get out of here. There's no getting out of this deal. We're
Was
locked
that-
in for life."
I hope we both die. That's not canon.
No, it was a reference to lyrics. Listen to No Children.
Oh, yo, I saw them live. I
Oh,
actually
that's
own
so
a
cool.
Mountain Goats t-shirt. It says,
Yeah.
was this get rich, wage wars, die handsome. And
Wonderful.
the like rhythm guitarist and saxophonist and keyboardist and all of the instruments, man, was like so awesome. But
That's
also
so cool.
the lead singer of the Mountain Goats was so classically a rocker. There was no like he did the like jump up and like hit a note and like and he like had the coolest like, facial expressions. All I could think is like this man was born like this man is acting like he should be in Motley Crue while singing relentlessly happy sad boy music. It was so great.
Anyways, yeah, that is not canon. The Static Man was like pretty in control and smug about the whole thing, and he was like, "Yeah, you're trying to get out of our deal, but you're not going to be able to, no matter what happens, because I'm the Static Man, baby. I'm statty." And Ashley was like, "This is a terrible time for Man or Muppet." And so
I have no
then-
idea what that fucking means, but sure.
Have you never seen the Muppets?
I've seen
The
the
Muppets movie, dude.
Which one?
Okay, so I think it's like 2009. It's either
Oh,
2009
I
or
haven't seen the most
2014.
recent ones. I haven't
The
seen the
one
most
with
recent ones.
Jason Segel or whatever.
I haven't seen
Yeah,
that one.
so basically there's this Muppet and this human dude, and they're both trying to figure out if they're more men or Muppets. And so they have a whole song, and the Muppets human Sona is Jim Parsons from Big Bang Theory. He plays Sheldon Cooper, and he is the
Wow.
Muppets human Sona. And
I hate
so yeah,
everything about that.
it's like a thing. The first line is "I reflect on my reflection." Go watch the movie; it's really good. So Rory heads to his apartment. He's got Josh. He's got Damon. Damon is like, "Hey, where's my brother, dude?" And Joshua's like, "I don't want any blood bags, Rory. Fuck you." And Rory is like, "All of this is shitty. I hate all of this." And Joshua's blood, it's unique. And Rory's beast is like, unique blood, you say? And so the blood is like the dreaming, but it's more, and there's a lot of funky stuff going on with that. It's like the night at the gallery, and with the art installation that should have been Dusty Kindred, but instead was Banana Taped to a Wall. And so Jaq and Sasha encounter each other, and they like actually chat, and they're like, "Hey, pew 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 pew," and so they start vibing. And Dante is like, "This is Jaq. They're yours now. Congratulations."
Congratulations. 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 I'm the Shinji that exists in your mind, and you're the Shinji that exists in my mind. Congratulations.
I don't know what's happening, but
Have you never seen the final episode of Neon Genesis Evangelion as originally released?
Shelly, what have you seen?
I have never seen any episode of Neon Genesis.
I watched that whenever I was a child. It's been a while.
I was also a child, man.
Spoilers for like a 40-year-old anime. Oh god,
Yeah.
I'm so old.
You are.
But I turned 40 on April 5th, and I'm going to be having a birthday stream as like my return to being a proper variety streamer. But the final episode
Variety
is
just crazy.
you can watch it like run out of budget so hard the last like 3 to 4 episodes.
Yeah.
And so the last episode is largely just a bunch of people surrounding the main character going congratulations and clapping at him.
Oh, I hate
I'm
that.
trying to find the clip so that I can put it in the thing, because it's bonkers. It makes me crazy.
But then Rory transcended consciousness or right, and
Sure.
saw some shit or whatever.
Yeah, so we're getting to that.
man.
We're doing this in chronological order.
My
This
bad.
is
Sorry,
as
I
it
blew up.
happened in the
Sorry, I blew up.
session. You're fine. So, Dante
That's all the notes
gives
I
some coins, one to Sasha, one to Jaq, and he's like, "Hey, if you need it, put blood on it. Put the blood facing down, closest thing to natural earth. We're gonna be chill. Also, my sire made me for some big plan, but she yeeted her mind into the big goop, and now I don't know."
Oh my god.
Wait, what?
Okay, so I
The
have no
beckoning?
idea. Yeah, I have no idea how to describe the beckoning in my notes because this was stream of consciousness as Dante was talking. And so it does say word for word, her mind got yeeted into the big goop, and he will never find
I
out.
was so confused. I was just like,
What is
Oh my
the
God.
beckoning?
did we?
No.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean,
Wow.
when you put it that way, it makes the great tragedy that is Dante even more glorious. Like this is a tragic. This is a tragic.
He's a very
character.
tragic man. He was also talking very fast, and I was trying to write down everything he said.
Wow, glorious.
But
Okay.
also, hey, Onyx Path, let's just rename the beckoning to the goopening.
Please, yeah.
I think they would get. I think they would get trademark.
We trademark.
from-
Can we trademark the goopening?
No,
Or
because
when
I
we-
think that's. I think Gwyneth Paltrow has that down.
So what's a hang on. So you know what a supplemental RPG book is called, right?
Yes.
Supplemental RPG.
It's
book?
called a splat book.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
So when we write our like adventures out, we'll call them goop books. Huh? Huh?
So hey, chat, would you like to see merch from some of your fake things that have been said on this stream? Let us know. Join the Discord. Maybe we'll make something like
You gotta
know,
like find whatever type font they use for the beckoning, and then just write it in the goopening instead.
yeah. we'll also have one that says my favorite prince is PB&J. You know.
What was the one is like I'm not a bottom, but I play one in RPGs, right? Like
That's my merch. That is my
That
merch.
already-
feel free to like drop
That
the link
already
in,
exists.
yeah.
Yeah.
God. I didn't even register that the fact I referred to as the beckoning as the goop would be weird. I was just like, yeah, I wrote it down in my notes as the goop. This is genuine
I'm
reading
sorry.
of my notes.
You
And
will
this is the
never-
cliff notes of my notes. So it's a
You will
shadow.
never- Michael will never get a Valentine's Day gift as good as that.
That's true.
There is
Oh my
a
God,
shadow, and it's like moving past the neon halo. And whoa, the cologne smells familiar to Sasha, not to Jaq, I assume, because I don't think that Jaq knows this person. Jaq doesn't know many people. Anyways, cut to Ashley. Ashley gets a
Jack
book.
doesn't know Jack.
Yeah. The book is written in Old Gallic about the Fae, and it's got like 3 chapters about the Static Man, because he did something fucked up to the grandmother's coven. This was written by the grandmother. And Static Man drove the coven insane, but not on purpose. Whoopsies. Ashley gets the case of the munchies, so she goes and does some munchies, and then she paints with the blood of her victim. And we don't know what she painted. She painted something, but
I don't even know what she painted.
Yeah, we don't know.
Something.
Anyways, Jaq and Sasha are like, wow, this is going so well for us. Time to go meet up with Rory. Rory feels a searing pain in his eye. Something is happening with Zoran. Everything is exploding forever. There are First Light people hanging around. There are 3 individuals. Robert, a woman in a red dress with a high slit and athletic shorts. Ada Wong, and a large built man who definitely totally looks like the Kingpin and gave me a breakdown because I have worked with Vincent D'Onofrio before.
That's
and
right.
Mr. Kingpin proceeds to get brutally murdered. And
That's
so I was
right.
sitting there and I was like, oh God, that was my coworker.
How could you kill
I
Vincent
know that
D'Onofrio
guy.
that quickly? Yeah, welcome to one of my chronicles, everybody.
Yeah, it was just fucked up for me because imagine if like there's a guy that you like work with and your acquaintances and you play your TTRPG game and at the very end of it your DM is like, yeah, Joe from your workplace gets murdered.
That's crazy.
Couldn't be me.
But hey,
Anyways,
Vincent
so
D'Onofrio,
I did
you
write
say
down
vampire.
I wrote down the conversation word for word. So what they say, Zoran goes to the lobby, and I think it's Robert who speaks first. Robert is like, you got all of them? Zoran's like, not quite, but it was never about that, was it? Robert goes, what? Zoran goes, my contract's fulfilled, and now there's a new one. Bitch. He doesn't say bitch, but I do. And so then he murders Vincent D'Onofrio, my acquaintance, and starts fighting Ada Wong and Robert, and there's a firefight, and in Elysium, there was an explosion. Uh-oh. And that's what happened.
That was a
Last time on
very
Glee.
thorough. That was a very
my-
thorough recap.
That
My
reminds
notes
me of
are thorough, except for when I write down the beckoning is the goop.
the goop.
He's a good man and thorough. Big Lebowski, by the way.
It's been a while.
When she's telling the Big Lebowski to go have his sperm like analyzed because she wants to get pregnant.
You know, the thing that we all do.
He's a good man and thorough. God damn it.
Oh,
All right.
All right.
So
Now that our recaps are off,
Let's
Oh
go.
yeah, I put down my poor plushie. I'll put on a different plushie. Okay,
It's now,
plushie.
it's now gameplay plushie. Yeah.
yeah, I think that's the longest and most detailed recap on this channel.
I mean,
Like,
if we're putting our caps on,
They will only get longer and more detailed as time goes on.
I don't have a fancy cap I have like a bunch of weird
Okay.
bandanas.
This
and
will
stuff.
not balance. I have to get a different one. I am still listening.
I think we're all just getting hats. I don't know.
I guess this is the closest plush-related thing I have. Kenny Omega as a Kuma plush.
I don't have plushies.
All right.
So my Kenny Omega.
All right.
Everyone send Shelly plushies.
You can wrestle him and then he makes noises and stuff.
This
Send me
is
a clown
Polly
nose.
from G.I. Joe.
I can't see because your
Is the
background.
Polly plush?
Probably.
Polly
Where
from
did you get a
G.I.
Polly
Joe.
plushie? You need to.
I
You need to
made
make
it.
that. You made
Oh,
it.
that's amazing.
Yeah.
Then you need to make me one. My birthday's
Okay,
in
dude.
I've got Gengo hanging out here. I've got my Lich and my Reaper. I've got my husbando here, Alucard.
Someday we'll actually play this game. I swear.
Yeah.
There we go.
You're the sister with the blush you love. Fantastic. See, the hair is the source of my power, so I can't contain it. Like,
I'm just gonna like hold Polly like this so that she's in the frame this entire time.
It's actually super hot here, so I'm not going to do that either.
try to imagine yourself at work. For most of us, that's not hard to do.
Okay, I can't
whether
do
it's
this and
a
write notes. Okay, are
whether
we in
it
game
is
session?
a 9 to 5. Oh, listen to this this transition here. Whether it's a like a 9 to 5 office job, something in retail, perhaps agriculture or construction. The sun comes up. You're up a little bit before it, right? Put on the pot of coffee. The lucky few who are morning people are able to enjoy their cup of coffee before they leave. The poor slobs like me who cannot become a morning person to save their life have to make sure that coffee pot is programmed the night before, or I am denied my sweet caffeine release in the morning. For many, that means travel. You leave the safety of a place familiar, a home, an apartment. Maybe you're staying with your parents. A lot of folks in late stage capitalism find themselves doing that. The extended family is staying connected a lot longer, and despite historically that being actually pretty dope, it has been programmed that this is an affront to the American dream. No, you go out, you get a house, you get a family, and you do it all through this excellence and hard work and achievement. And this is the sort of thing you would ponder right as the sun is cracking, punching its way through the skyscrapers of Chicago as you're beginning to get stuck in traffic. It's the kind of thoughts that, if you're left alone with them too long, go on and on and on and on, and you really wonder what it's all for. Luckily, you pull up to the bank, or you pull up to the Trader Joe's where you work right in time to hopefully you program the coffee machine, slurp down the last sweet bits of the peak temperature of coffee before later on in the day you forget about it, and when you revisit it, it'll be cold, obviously. Maybe you see one of your friends from work. Maybe you grimace a little bit because that asshole you really hate is on today, and you hope that they maintain their imagined barrier, the treaty you unspokenly arranged. They'll stay up by the registers, and you'll stay in the back, stocking and making sure that the bottles have all their labels facing forward, and so on. You spend your time talking to customers, and you're actually a little bit thankful for those conversations, despite being an introvert and not really maybe liking people. They make the days a little bit different, and that's welcomed. Tonight's a little bit different. Today's a little bit different. Tonight you're meeting up with some old friends from college. Of course, you dropped out of college. You couldn't afford to finish it, and you couldn't take on an additional loan. Used up all your Pell Grant, and you majored in something like your passion, like everyone said you should. Oh, go after the thing you love, fine arts, right? Painting. It's all you ever wanted to do. And high school didn't really offer much advice for your passion. They threw as many electives at you as you wanted for art. You even took a couple pottery classes, even though you excelled at 2D art, just to figure out what this thing was about. I think you had a jewelry class in there too. Man, it was awesome just to learn and be immersed in art. But the counselors and nobody really gave you a path to being an artist. But they definitely told you to go to college. So you went to college, majored in fine arts, and got lost somewhere along the way. And that mountain of debt, you find yourself doing what you were told you were supposed to: work, get a job. It'll all work out. I mean, you have less time for painting, but tonight's different. A couple of your friends you haven't seen in a long time, they're meeting you. It's not a Friday night or anything like that. Weekends don't exist when you work retail by any means. But this random Wednesday is special. You're meeting up with some old friends. You don't really drink like you used to, so maybe you'll have like whatever the house cocktail is, or you'll peer at the menu for too long trying to see what's cheap but has something in it you like, and you'll drink without trying to make it look like you're as desperate, as down on your luck as you actually are. Crap, how can you be this broke? You're always working. You're working so much you can't paint anymore. The one thing you want to do. You push that thought out of your mind as the traffic mercifully lightens up a little bit, and you're actually going to make dinner on time. The night is over too quick. You don't get in all the conversation you want. It meanders to topics that you're excited about, but you can't pin down any one section of conversation, and your friends seem like little fragmented islands around you. To talk to this one means you neglect talking to that one, and you mostly end up just kind of saying goodbye way too long with just the one friend who doesn't have kids, doesn't have to be up early tomorrow. Wednesdays are weird. They're like your Friday, and the whole rest of the world, well, they actually get a weekend on a proper time, a collective time together. You say goodbye. You get in your Honda Civic. Man, it has been keeping itself together despite its age. Kind of like you. And you're driving. You take a bypass you don't often take. Traffic's a little light tonight. Kind of light for a weeknight, but maybe that Midwest goodbye lasted a little bit longer than you thought. Maybe it's a little bit later, and you don't want to look at your watch. You still wear a watch. You don't want to know what time it is because it's either too early and you don't know what you're going to do with yourself for the rest of the night, or it's too late and you really should get to bed to not ruin your schedule for the rest of the week. Your gaze wanders and that thought starts to creep back in. What does it all mean? What is this all for? When you land your gaze on the skyscrapers, most of the lights are out across all of them. It's normal. Business, hours 9 to 5. A lot of them are vacant, just skyscrapers thrown up by real estate moguls for the sake of running their hustle. God, you should have went to real estate. Why didn't you major in business or something like that? Art. Nah. You see, every one of them has just a couple windows on. The lonely windows. You wonder, that one's probably got some sort of housekeeper up there or maintenance crew working late into the night, cleaning after the majority of the staff have gone home. That one over there's probably got a late night meeting, someone really important on a business call with Japan or China or who knows. You're bad at geography anyway. Lonely windows. You let your thought linger on that for a moment. Of course, what you don't know is some of those windows have the subjects of your most recent paintings. The scary stuff, the nightmares. You think they're just stress dreams. They're just anxiety made manifest. Things with fangs, and claws, and too many eyes, or bones in the wrong place. You can't paint anymore, and when you finally get a little bit of time or a little bit of inspiration, this crap comes out. Stuff, just, you hate it. I mean, you hate a lot of your art. You've always been critical of yourself, but not like this. You hate this. Little do you know that you've tapped into the world of darkness. That every so often, one of those lonely windows you stare in, you catch a glimpse of a shadow you shouldn't, a creature that shouldn't exist, a monster, a ghoul, a fiend. God's hope it's not a demon. Sasha smells a whiff of a familiar cologne. Jax contemplates their new station. New friends, acquaintances. Rory's fighting off the bad blood and hoping he doesn't have to save another friend tonight. And Ashley stares at a wall. It is caked in vitae, symbols, and scenery she didn't know she was good enough to paint. And everywhere across Chicago, the sky opens up and sighs in relief. A great rain, a late November, cold steel tinsel from the sky slashes all the surfaces and begins to let loose. It is a hardy rain. You all, wherever you are, hear the rain. What? What did we do? Cold November rain.
Jaq just kind of looks out and smiles a little bit, and their gaze flicks back briefly to the other people in the room. I did always love good rain. I think the smell is second to none. Huh?
Petrichor, Dante says. The
Oh,
smell
I
of,
don't know the.
it's made when
Oh,
a,
Dante.
the rain kills ambient bacteria. Petrichor. That's the smell.
I guess.
Funny,
This
we
goes
don't.
to show you.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, there's beauty in death, even if we don't see it.
Makes you wonder if are we beautiful, or are we beautiful because we're walking dead, or are we marred and mangled because we're immortal and can't readily die?
I think that entirely depends on where you're standing and how you decide to view yourself. I mean, if you look at it from my perspective, I think you're beautiful. I think everybody here is.
Roll a charisma.
Etiquette.
Etiquette. No, I'm sorry. Dante is specifically immune to etiquette. See, he.
What am I
Technology.
rolling?
um,
I assume etiquette. I hope Dante isn't immune to etiquette.
no, he is specifically immune to etiquette. Remember my little
Fuck.
anecdote about how
Oh, right.
how he always just kind of yeah, look, you like killing stuff, he just.
All right, so charisma
And
Animal Kin.
persuasion. Where is my character sheets and stuff? My quick reference notes and all my thingies that I always keep open. Yeah, just do charisma, persuasion, or
charisma persuasion. All right. Oh, heck yeah. That is 6 successes because Jaq has a maxed out charisma. You cannot stop them.
wonderful. Mercy winks at you after your little waxing poetical.
Jaq grins, kind of this Cheshire cat, almost like they realize they've said a little bit too much about their true thoughts.
It's reading Mercy. It's not like a super. I can't wink. By the way, this is a Mephisto trivia. I am incapable of winking, so I can't replicate it for the stream. But it's not like a flirtatious wink. It's like one of those I know a secret, or we're on the same page, wink. But maybe there's a little hint of interest piqued. That you're not Mercy may be the sort of person who thinks everyone is either a target or an acquaintance. The Mercy's world is so
easier to be black and white.
Yeah. Mercy sees the world through a sniper scope a lot. And that has a way of coloring it. Canadians. Sorry. We have this thing, Vancouver by night and I. Oh, Shelly got in on it. Yes, it's growing the best way. Yeah, so you have that, and the that late, like that winter rain, that heavy winter rain, not like the mist. When you get a heavy winter rain, when it's cold, it it has a sound to it, especially in a city. It is cacophonous. It rattles windows. It just keeps going. There's actually a scene in the video game Heavy Rain that's actually really awesome. Really awesome, awesomely like it's when the one detective, when she wakes up, she like goes and looks out the window and it's just like pouring rain. That's what I'm seeing in my mind's eye right now. And the coterie sort of like collectively finds their gaze drawn out a window, or to a wall that might, a thinner wall that's getting pounded with rain, uh, except for Ashley. We still haven't seen what Ashley has painted, by the way. We get like a couple of like very tight sort of like shots, of parts of it. And we linger on a particular Gallic rune that looks like claw marks, maybe, or like kind of like Roman numerals that that got cut off at the waist, like just little something like that. And there's probably a rain-like resemblance. And then we find ourselves standing at a grave. A pastor having just wrapped up a sermon, ashes to ashes, dust to dust. The rain is pulverizing. You immediately get a jolt of vertigo. This isn't like the last time, Sasha, Rory, Ashley, you found yourself elsewhere. There is a distinct, like almost like the air got sucked out of the room, created a vacuum, and that vacuum almost became a little crushing on your skin. And right as it was about to like start to maybe hurt, right as it was about to transition from uncomfortable to painful and maybe worse, the air gets let out, and this rain hits your skin, and and there's almost this like popping noise in your eardrums. If you weren't undead, you'd feel like they would be bleeding, and you feel, for those, all of you had that moment where your consciousness merged with the other version, right? And bear in mind everything I say here. I'll explain a little bit how it's different for Jaq, though. Okay.
Fantastic.
Because you weren't there on the last.
Yeah, this is Jack's first time doing this.
The last
riding the reality train.
Yeah, the last Wooly Woo into the goop.
Jason.
Jason.
Yeah. Sorry. There's this that popping sensation that like is accompanied by this pressure just between that, in that gray matter, that frosting between the layer cake space of gray matter between your skull and brain, as it feels like something's trying to push its way in. You get glimpses of memories of just fragments of the person you are cohabiting here.
Not again.
And you're at a funeral. If you'll look down at your hands, or maybe catch a reflection in like where some water is pooling, you are not Sasha, Rory, and Ashley. I mean, physically. Mentally, you are Sasha, Rory, and Ashley. And it's as though, wait, that sensation, that pushing and popping. Rory, who is a very smart boy, can roll an intelligence arcane.
Colt?
Yeah. Sorry.
That's me scrolling the right thing over here. Okay.
You are all four of you are at this funeral, however, and all four of you would notice three other individuals. You recognize them. You have a recognition of whatever consciousness you just forced out of its body, that they know each other, right? But you also see that, like, what the fuck? Like, moment on everybody's face. Like, and you're all you just happen to be, standing shoulder to shoulder, you four.
Just to check.
Like
Blood magic,
Okay.
parapsychology, or changelings. Any of those apply?
Parapsychology. Changeling would be applicable too, although you would need one more success on that one, but it would give you some like a different perspective and a kind of a cool one. It's a little bit harder.
So.
What about
Can I refer to this as quantum leaping?
Yes, you absolutely should. It is the correct
Fantastic.
Yes. It's crooked
Right.
leaping.
I'm gonna rouse.
Yeah,
Can
what
I
about
rouse?
Ashley?
Yes.
She has parapsychology. As
Absolutely. You can roll it as well.
Yeah.
Can I rouse?
Anyone with a cult can roll it. And yes, you can rouse. You find your blood is muted, however.
Well.
Like the voice of the beast
Do not get hungry.
isn't like that constant presence like it normally is. It's like at the end of a tunnel rather than like an evil Jiminy Cricket on your shoulder. It's like it's this distant thing, as if there's some space between you and your beast.
Okay.
Sasha can roll too if you have a cult.
No, literally nothing. She is just very dumb.
Do you have any like
to make it interesting?
academic
Seven with.
I'm not even going to ask if Jaq can roll, because I think that Jack's just going, what the fuck, the whole time.
Hold on, what was that, Andrew?
Do you have any like academia type related skills or anything? No. Yeah. So this is not.
You're
your
asking
forte.
the artist?
Yeah. Hey, I was an arts major and I had like.
No, that was a jab directly at my character.
No, I
No,
get it.
just
I
like-
get you. So I really gotta confess, I came up with this adventure because the Chronicle is going one direction and it has to maintain that direction. But I really wanted to run a whodunit adventure.
Oh no!
Wonderful.
Bro, why?
And this is how we meet Jaq.
I hate mysteries and puzzles. Those are the two
I
things
love
my brain
this.
cannot.
It's okay, Anne. I've got you, Anne.
And this is way more Angel whodunit and way less like Agatha Christie whodunit. Okay.
Also, if anybody wants a good whodunit mystery, play the Paynes Creek Killings. Immediately play the Paynes Creek Killings. You can buy it on Steam. It's so good.
Don't worry.
Go play it.
Or just go watch Clue.
Don't worry. It's relevant. It will be relevant. You're gonna have some fun, Anne. I hope.
You're also, please. Okay, Andrew, how much do I have to pay you to play the Paynes Creek Killings on stream?
I'm actually pulling up Steam right now.
It's so good. Like, genuinely.
Like I just
Right.
downloaded
So what's happening?
Yes, I got 7 and a bestial failure. So hit me.
You can pay me
3.
$19.99 plus tax to play it on stream.
Okay, yeah, dude, done deal. Give me your Venmo.
Yeah, we'll deal with that later.
Like soul.
Oh, this looks right up my alley too.
It's so good.
What did Rory get for successes?
I got 7 and a bestial failure on my 1 blood die.
What did Ashley get?
3.
Okay. And let me, before I go to the in-depth rolling checks, I want to add a little flavor to it. So it is a it is a funeral with like scant few like attendees. There's basically you four and two other folks across the coffin. It appears to be for some sort of a military burial, but not like active service. We can get into that a little bit later. Like my grandpa, for instance, he was Navy, and he had like he still had like a couple. I think he had like a flag service, and and just because they just had that because my step grandma requested it and they obliged. So that it was just kind of so the flag there was like a small flag service. So you have something along those lines. And then there's like the pastor who's in like full regalia soaked, and we'll get down to that. Rory and Sasha, whoever you have become, are holding hands, and you do see wedding rings present. Now, Jaq, everything I just described to you is kind of as is, but you have no frame of reference to the like having your consciousness shunted into a different reality that the others. You don't have that same frame of reference they do. The closest for you is the last time, like most of the time you go walking, you are oftentimes like yourself in those like dreams. Like sometimes you're like literally the nightmare like creature of somebody, but you are very much yourself. Like you are, or some like extension of Jaq. This doesn't feel at all like that. In fact, that whole dream reality, when you spend enough time in dreams, almost becomes kind of a second nature, kind of its own, like a secondary reality. It's its own thing to you. This doesn't have any of that like twinge of surrealism or wonder. This is painfully mundane, like back like maybe back in the early days of being embraced, or maybe just before. But it does have this like slight twinge of sort of like looking through somebody else's eyes that you've occasionally sort of stumbled into in some of the dreams. Oftentimes when the dreamer is aware of you in their dream. Because you don't just enter like kind dreams, by the way, with your you've entered some other kindred dreams, and sometimes, on rare occasions, the dreams of much worse creatures. Now, kindred aren't supposed to dream. Exactly. If it's a kindred dream, you've typically entered some sort of like when they're doing a ritual or using an ability, or some of those ones that like sort of like border on the umbra or astral or things like that. Like basically you have any of their sort of like any kindred that have it's almost, let's face it, it's almost always a Lasombra. Like a Lasombra. It's when they're doing some sort of like using some of their disciplines. Those are the sort of quote unquote dream states you've entered, or the more cerebral disciplines. Though that's the kind of like quote unquote dreams that you have entered for other kindred. Those are usually the worst ones, by the way. Those are the ones where, like, in mechanical sense, you rolled bad dice, like, but in narrative sense, now for those of you that for the rolls for 3, Ashley, in Soviet Russia.
In
What is it?
Soviet Russia.
Crooked man, you or you possess crooked man. Like,
In Soviet Russia, crooked man possessed by you.
Yeah, exactly. Like you know about like possession and some of the other stuff that like kind of like touches kindred society, like that usually like the mage stuff and the daemon stuff, that stuff kind of pretty on purpose the kindred try to keep over there, right? And those circles try to stay out of each other's. It just gets bad, right? It gets nasty. But you more than a lot of others kind of know about it on account of your lineage. And this is like your gran literally could like astral project into people and do some stuff. This is exactly what she has described, but with a kind of a static edge to it, you might say. For those of you who've had that like close encounter with the static man, there's this like you have the eye effect, right? Y'all, it's inverted here, and all of you feel this like this. You feel this like sort of surge from your eyes, this power, this like you've got like you feel this like heightened awareness, this connectedness. They say the eyes are the window to the soul, right? You feel that you have a almost a command of that, whatever that you know. I had the descriptor in my head and it was gone as I opened my mouth.
Been there.
Yeah. Anyways, Andrew, let me have a close encounter with Statty.
I think it's coming.
You're the Statty right now.
I'm not the Statty. Ashley is the Statty.
No.
We're all the Statty.
We're all the Statty collectively?
You're all the
I thought
Statty
it was
right now.
just for the characters who had the close encounter with him.
No.
Everybody?
It's all Statty.
I was saying they feel
Okay.
that, and like I'm saying like they felt the
We
bad
recognize
side of
the
that.
feeling.
Yeah. Yeah. You recognize like this must be what the static man feels whilst possessing me. Okay.
Jaq is just like, what the hell is with these weird eyes?
And there is a connectedness with each other. It's not like a full-on telepathy, but it is a sense of each other. Like they're like a like a phantom limb.
Like that was the question I was going to ask. Like I can feel that Sasha next to me, that's Ashley across the way, and
you know what?
Someone else.
For simplicity's sake, I'm going to say yes.
Like,
and even though it's someone else, Jaq still has this connection, this phantom limb connection to you. It's this is perhaps the most unsettling of. I mean, you've just possessed like 4 people's like consciousnesses or whatever is going on here. Actually, with your 7 successes, we'll get a little bit more into that. But there is a weird. Again, it's Phantom Limb is a good descriptor because I don't think of it as necessarily a positive thing. there can be a pain associated with that. You feel each of these other individuals as though they are parts of you severed and removed. And we'll now roll this into your successes, Rory. You've encountered the Static Man in a number of places, and there have often been sort of a focal individual, but the sort of echoes of the Static Man's presence or dealings have been left in various other areas. You're beginning to wonder if he can't in some way like sort of schism himself or something along those lines. And it's not like he hive minds it when he does. It's more like he sort of like sheds oneself, and that self, while still a what is a cast off skin called? It's got a thing, a husk, but it's
okay, shedding the skin.
it starts with like a C, but anyway, that husk works too. It's a synonym for the other word I was thinking. That husk maintains some power and ability and
autonomy. It's multiple man.
no multiple. There's more.
Multiple man.
Like
Huh?
yeah.
Yeah.
There's this would be less of a conscious. What's the word? Less complete.
Like
Okay,
they've
so
all had some sort of contact, but it's not the same way that.
Yeah, the
direct autonomous echoes.
Yeah, they're like autonomous echoes.
Yeah.
okay.
It's like, oh, this person, like this person, this person, this person, this person have all been touched by an angel, and we can feel that.
Yeah, except the weird, horrible way.
Hey, some people are into it.
Not wrong.
True.
I'm not going to yuck anyone's yum. But in this case, you find yourselves to be, and this is where I'll just kind of like quit talking around it for Rory. You are possessing this person, like we're talking like full on like exorcist fucking. You're possessing this person.
Fuck. Who am I?
And that's where things get tricky. You to access the person's mind is difficult because it's like you're piloting a mech and like you have to read them like and they're like
and while reading the manual.
Yeah, exactly. like their brain is the manual, and so you have to like pull out the manual and like start scanning through the manual like to access their memories and stuff like that. But and this is where it's a role-playing game and a collaborative story. Y'all can your vessel is whomever, whatever you wish it to be. In a sense, y'all are playing a version of Damon right now. Just a very clean, like.
I thought you were talking about
Demon the Fallen.
Yeah, demon. Just say demons.
But Demon the Fallen. Like you're essentially like you're an earthbound spirit.
I was like, Damon, he's bad.
No, yeah, you're all a version. You're all Sam 1, Sam 2, Sam 3, and Sam 4.
Yes,
yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, no, you're fucking demons. You're possessing entities right now.
Yeah.
When
possibly,
but you would kind of
Whose funeral is it?
Yeah, if we listen closely,
do we know?
Do we hear the screams of our victims inside their heads as we puppet their
I
bodies?
don't remember Zoran's last name.
Zoran Fuckface.
Batista.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah, because Spanish invading forces. We had a whole conversation, and Batista.
I remember.
Pretty sure it's actually just
Yeah,
Hot Boy. but-
Zoran Batista is on the headstone.
Oh no.
Okay.
How do you
I
spell
would-
his last name?
I was gonna autopilot through this adventure, and
HOTBOI.
then the ST made me care.
God damn it, Michael! I spelled
It's
that
almost
out.
like I'm good at my job, Anne.
I never said you weren't. I'm just like,
Is it spelled
okay.
like Dave Batista? Because if it's not, I'm just gonna write down Hot Boy.
You're free to.
I think I
You're
did
free to-
BAU or DA.
I wrote it in the chat in the
Awesome,
video
thank
chat
you.
to help. Okay, so
Yeah.
I have never felt inadequate playing Sasha before, but now she's kind of like, what the fuck is happening here? Okay. I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Can I use my heightened senses still?
So, and here's where the thing is. Y'all have jumped you're getting kind of good at this bullshit reality thing. You still feel your beast, like I said. It feels like it's down like at the end of a tunnel as opposed to like inside of you, but it's still there. And
Okay.
as such, yes, you have access to all your disciplines.
Okay. I'm gonna try, because I wasn't sure. Sasha wasn't sure. She's gonna try to at first just heighten her senses to see if it works. And how that it's like, yeah, so I'm possessing someone else. Let's see how this works for me.
Yeah, so for all intents and purposes, the possession thing, in terms of like the person you're possessing and like what are your limitations, purely cosmetic. You are playing your kindred right now, okay? Does that
Okay.
make like you're playing your kindred with your kindred stuff. Your hunger will express itself.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
You're
Kinda hungry.
starting at 1 because
we are starting at 1?
it's as though we're at a new night, so we're starting at 1 with your full willpower. This was a tricky way
thank fucking
of
God.
me allowing y'all to like reset. I wanted to push a pause button on everything. I wanted to deliver some exposition, and I had a problem. Well, I'm not going to go through like how the sausage is made.
I don't.
I hate that expression.
That's
But for all intents and purposes, you're playing your kindred, okay? It's just you have this
I am going to
story relevant possession thing going on, but we're but you are playing your but it's a cosmetic of like what you are and your
We're wearing a Fortnite skin.
beautiful. Yes.
Jack's Fortnite skin
Like
is
if you sit there and you linger on it a moment,
obviously hot.
I want
hot.
it to be kind of unsettling and weird that you're possessing somebody. I want that to not be lost in the narrative of like understanding of the weight of what is going on. You're possessing.
Massive violation. Yeah, no, got it.
But you're playing your characters. Like I want the horror of the fact that you are on the other side of a possession, because we always get possession stories from like the angle of like somebody gets possessed and then like a priest shows up and like basically just annoys the demon until it goes away.
Hey, go away. Hey, go away. Hey, go away.
Like it's just like they just like throw water and it's like, ah, fuck, like what are you doing? Like
Fine, I'll leave. God, you
or
didn't
not
have
if
to
you're
dump a
shitty
bucket on me.
fucking turn down that shitty music. And it's like them singing psalms and stuff like, fine, I'll fuck off. Like you can have the kindergartner back. Like
So there's
so I don't want the esoteric sort of horror of the fact that you are a possessing entity and you're on the other side. You're on the other side of the whole possessing entity conundrum, but you are playing your characters for all intents and purposes. Okay?
I'm looking not entirely sure what to do, but also share the senses. This that, like, in the grand scheme of things, I don't think it would bother Sasha as much as the others, or at least it wouldn't bother Sasha as much as Rory.
Yo, for
So
you.
is
Oh,
it
see,
that
that's what
kind
we
of
should have done
vibe?
instead of an academic role. Your share the senses is
Aspect?
auspex. It should be
Yeah.
auspex. Yeah. So we'll give you like an
Okay,
auspex. I think it's still got to be intelligence though.
that's fine. I'm gonna do a thing
It-
now.
Is
Okay.
Statty there?
And
Is Statty also
I'm gonna. Okay.
as Anne is rolling?
I want to like. How can I be a cheeky ST about this? Yes,
So
he is still there.
Ashley's possessed while she's
However,
possessing other people.
and that's where
the
It's
Russian
like to the
nesting doll possession.
Frankenstein.
Yeah, the
however,
Russian nesting doll that is Ashley Tate.
Yeah.
however,
Or?
he's basically Barry. He's made it seem like he's not, but you get the sense that he is thoroughly enjoying it.
For 2 seconds, I thought that you said he's basically Barry, and I was like, the Flash?
Like Alan?
I was
Flash
thinking
Barry Allen
Barry
fighting
as in
IRL.
the murderer.
Wally West stands can fight me
My
IRL. I don't care. I will beat you up.
my brain.
I
went
mean,
mad.
I'm a Bart Allen stan, so I don't know what you're gonna do about
Bart
that.
Allen is fine.
my-
Bart Allen is fine. Kid Flash.
He is my favorite comic
son of
book
Iris,
character of all time.
My-
What
John
the fuck did you
Constantine
just say
is
to
fine.
me? The fuck did you just say, son of Iris?
Isn't he?
My
No!
But didn't they?
Okay.
Sorry.
I
Grandson. That's right. My bad.
Yes!
My
Okay.
bad.
Tracks back on the
Yeah.
tracks.
Anyway, back on the track.
How many successes?
I rolled a 4.
Okay. So regarding all the descriptors of this current state you find yourself in, damn, this is an awful lot like a souped up version of Share the Senses. Like this is like turbo Share the Senses that I got going on right now. Yeah. This is like if Share the Senses drank Baja Blast and went snowboarding. See, because Mountain Dew is extreme. Like, did we abandon the Mountain Dew is extreme? Like ad culture? Like, is that like
Red Bull? Is it like Red Bull? Did it
Red
get
Bull?
wings?
Yeah, Red Bull supplanted. Yeah, it drank Red Bull and did like a Jaeger bomb and then went snowboarding.
So,
Wait, what's the extreme sport these days? MMA. It fights MMA and drinks Red Bull. Like,
okay, so if this is just a really jacked up version of Share the Senses, do I have any more information on what I am possessing currently? Like,
this is where like y'all have agency. I
So-
had a problem with how to deliver something that, again, if you linger in the esoteric dread of what you're doing, there would be all kinds of like weird questions that come up, and that's where it's like I hand wavy. It's
okay, it's fine.
it's
So,
what
so it's more
whatever.
just like a dude, just a guy. Am I?
Yeah, it's like in anime when they draw like the background characters and like they
Okay.
draw the like really super detailed like foreground characters, and the background characters are just like watercolor and like not as detailed. It's whatever, whomever you want. They're not who you're possessing isn't so relevant as
Okay,
I mean, it's
but
super relevant to Rory. I'm just saying.
there's a tombstone.
that's what I'm saying. You control the level of
So-
how comfortable you are with making this person more fleshed out and real. I'm leaving it up to y'all because, like I said, this is a some again esoteric. There's some real horror, I think, in possession flicks, and let alone like you possessing someone. What would that horror be? You know, so.
My person lives alone with a lizard and a cat, and they are estranged from their family. They had a twin sister, but now they don't talk to her anymore after a blow up at a family gathering, and no one has noticed they're possessed because they have a hard time connecting with other people and they are truly alone in the world.
Oh, God.
Also, the possession happened 2 minutes ago.
Okay, no, I'm trying to mostly just on
Do
another
you
something
need
that
like a
is-
lot of?
there's something that isn't clicking in my brain, and I
We're married. Go
know
from
what
there.
it is. No,
Yeah,
no, the tombstone. The fact
Yeah.
that Zorn's name is in it. On
yeah,
it.
Zorn Batista.
So
Yeah.
there are three other people you said?
There are two other
and-
people.
2 and the priest.
Two?
2 and the priest.
Well, yeah,
So
2 in the priest, but
technically
I
three.
don't count the priest. Should
I
I
don't
count
either.
the priest? Should I write him down?
The priest is just
Yeah,
is
it's
just
I
background.
assume that, yeah, he was like set dressing, and the important part was the two people who are slightly further away from us. Is it like a clear separation 4 and then separate group 2?
So the 2 people, one is Ada Wong.
Woo, Ada Wong!
She
Is
had
Jordan
her
my coworker?
she had her own actual name, and it's like like now it's just Ada. I'll Ada, definitely not Wong. Ada.
Ada
right.
Wing. Oh, Ada Wright. I'm gonna call her Ada Wright. but with
Ooh,
a
I love
W.
it. Ada Wright. Yes.
Like Phoenix Wright. Distant cousin of
I'm
Phoenix.
with a WR, but instead of like being wrong or Wong, you're right.
Yeah.
Ada. Yeah.
Okay. If
And the other is
this-
Robert.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh.
So if they die,
Okay,
they
so
die
you're
in real
just
life,
cutting
right?
out my
So if
guy.
they die in the dream, they die in real life, right?
Right.
Right.
Wait, I'm
So Robert, you note, is so Robert's a older kindred. He is distinctly not deady looking.
Oh, he looks like alive.
Yeah. But Anne, you're trying to ask a question. I'm sorry.
is there a way for me to
Oh,
how badly do I want to do the dumb thing tonight?
Not badly.
Do the dumb
Have
thing,
you played
do the
Sasha
dumb
before?
thing, do the dumb
Sasha
Have
thing.
you
does dumb
met
things all
Sasha?
the time. I feel like this
It's time for Rory to do dumb things. Let Jesus fall.
Rory does
No,
dumb
that's
things all the
literally
time.
in capital letters in my like campaign notes.
Accidental vampire Jesus.
Let Jesus fall.
No.
It's not. That's not how it's
Let
written.
me-
It's essentially get Rory to compromise his morality and.
Is it right under fuck with Michael? Is it just the big heading of just
No,
like
that's
ways
just
to
like
fuck
a
with Michael?
flip book. In the lower right
No,
corner of
that's
my
just
journal, you just
crochet.
if you
It's
flip it,
Not
if you flip
crochet.
it, it just says like fuck with Michael, fuck with Michael, fuck with Michael, and it just like and the text dances like. Hey.
Oh, I was gonna say it's needle. It's needlepoint work. It's like
Okay.
Yeah.
where it says fuck with Michael.
Yeah. What's your question, lady?
You know what? I'm gonna sit on this for a minute, come back to me, and whatever. I'm gonna let this ride for now. Because I was just thinking, like, do I want to jump to a different vessel and try to possess someone else in this
Yeah.
room?
I love that you've
Do it.
I love
Do
that
it.
you've jumped
Do it.
whole hog into this possession
Do it.
thing. I'm
Look,
like,
I'm
I
sure-
want you to. I don't want to go into like too heavy description of like how truly terrible and like just dreadful the
Okay,
idea
wait.
of possession is, but like, and did it, and I'm just like saying all this stuff, and you're like, yeah, but it's pretty fun. How many people can I possess this campaign?
Okay,
Real.
hear me. Okay, hear me out. First
Yes.
of all, Anne is very aware of how awful
No,
this whole possession situation is. Number two, you described it as a jacked up share the senses, and Sasha does that like
Yes.
everything.
Absolutely.
And number three, which I think is the most important thing, I think I've established over time that Sasha does not give a fuck. You know, like
Yeah,
she's
no,
abandoned
this is all within.
all points of consensualism and all of that.
Yeah,
so
you earned
I'm
your
embracing-
shift away from consensualism and stuff like yeah.
I'm embracing this, and now I'm just looking for a target because I feel like, hey, why the fuck not?
We'll say
So
the
there's only
second.
two. There's only two people.
Yeah, the only two other people. Ada is like wearing. She has swapped out her like red sequins like for a black sequenced one, and she's got like an umbrella.
Is it like sexy funeral chic?
Oh, of course.
Okay,
She is
fantastic.
incapable.
Also,
She can't
if
mourn if you can't see her boobs.
I share the
That's just
senses,
facts.
does that mean I like can split between the two vessels? Because technically, I still have.
Again, for all intents and purposes, this the
Oh,
person you have possessed is your character right now.
I can double dip. Oh no. Okay, let me think about
Why did that make me think of Dairy Queen Dilly bars for some reason?
Because they're dead.
Okay, that's it. My clarifications. I've gotten all the clarifications I need. I just
Now you need to ruminate.
think
You
about-
need to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The second that Jaq like gets past the horrible ear thing and like being in the wrong body, they just kind of look at their hands. They look around at the funeral. And they just kind of sigh. Oh, put on the salt, merde, put on the salt, merde, put.
I recognize one of those words as shit.
Yeah, so fun thing. The meaning of it is fucking hell. The literal meaning is his/her fucking whore mother.
Yeah. Was it Salo is like, man, my French is
So
terrible.
I can like break it down if you want to get
No.
into the French of
I
it,
took
but
1 year of French and like I was very good at it, but it was 1 year of French.
I took 4 years, and then ever since I decided to make Jack Cajun, I have been studying French.
You got that you got that Babel, whatever the
I've
app
made
is.
myself flashcards.
I grew up with French.
Have another 3 XP, okay, for dedication to the character.
Just L or all of us?
Everyone. XP is collective. That's how I run my games. If
yeah.
one person does
Hell
something
yeah.
awesome, everyone gets something awesome. Unless the like system
Everybody
is
benefits.
explicitly like some sort of weird barter XP.
Unless I'm like, I actually don't want Anne specifically to have this 3 XP because
Then
he already
nobody
knows
gets
French.
it. Then nobody gets it.
But anyway, the minute I see the name on the tombstone
Mhm.
is just right immediately
So-
mind palace and trying to figuring out what poor unfortunate soul have I taken over and how are they connected to this version of Zoran. It's just, and if anyone looking at whoever Rory is currently, it's probably like the feet raise off the ground inadvertently a little bit,
Okay,
and then
so
the hand holding on to Sasha like clenches.
Jack's first move is to try to suss out the emotions of Robert and Ada Wright. What are they feeling in this moment?
They have. So Ada has a pretty bored expression on her face as this whole character has changed, by the way. And from what I had intended. And this is one of the things I love about RPGs is you don't really know who the character truly is going to be until you start role-playing them. And this one's completely different. And I love it. It's for the better. And Robert has a like a stern but engaged look. Like,
okay.
and he's like staring down towards the folded. Oh shit. I mixed up 2 things. Ignore what I said about the military burial, by the way.
Okay, because that was going to be going into some of my next questions. Like, where were the officers? Was Robert wearing any kind of...
Ignore all of that. I'm sorry. I mixed up a thing for Sam too, and
You're fine.
there was going to be a Sam. There, never mind. Ignore me.
There was. Booyah, bitch.
No.
Mhm.
Yeah, so I have my notes spread across 3 different notebooks now and 1 legal pad, because I lost my important one, and I still haven't found it. This is actually truly horrible.
Hmm.
Anyway, so
Okay, the priest. What kind of a priest? Catholic, non-denominational Christian, Jewish.
can I? What's the predominant religion? It was like, was it Catholic missionaries that tried to like take over?
What, Chicago?
The
Oh,
world?
oh, you mean
I think
you
it was,
mean with the what's his face? What their faces? Those fuckers, Catholic.
it was
Yeah.
Catholic.
Yeah,
Most
so it
likely
was Catholic.
Saint Leopold, the Saint Leopold people.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're Catholic.
Okay, so Catholic priest?
Yeah.
Or okay, awesome.
Did we discuss like what religion Zorn might have been? Was that something we?
I feel like it was touched on, but not like in any sort of depth. I feel like it was mentioned.
Catholic
Okay.
seems
But I don't.
probable.
I imagine because we were talking about like the Philippines that he would probably be Catholic.
Yeah, because like it was like the like the Spanish Catholic,
Mhm.
like they did a what's it called? They did a imperialism like
Yeah.
with
Yeah,
the Philippines. It was like the
yeah, that's
Spanish Catholic. That's why there's a lot of like in the Philippines. There's a lot of like Spanish like names.
Okay.
yeah.
I'm about to go through a list of questions. If anyone has anything they want to do before I start getting into the list of questions, please.
Before you
speak
start
now.
getting into the list of questions, how about we take a brief intermission?
Yeah,
Yes,
okay.
let's do
That's also sounds good.
Okay.
Listen, you said murder mystery. I am ready to
I-
solve a
I-
murder mystery.
I feel like by saying that, I like completely like ruined the adventure.
I don't think you did.
Because it was like
These are questions I would be asking either way.
okay.
I don't think you did.
There's a whole lot.
I think
every
that
question is
Anne
another
can
variation of what the fuck.
attest.
It was
Anne
more
can
like
attest. I asked
like
a lot of questions.
it was like if I had said
Yeah.
like I decided I wanted a heist adventure, it was like I was kind of speaking categorically. I'm like, we need to move away from and do the thing. All right, BRB, 5 to 10 minutes. See y'all shortly.
We're not.
BRB has
BRB.
ended. That BRB ended up being longer than it should have because the dogs ripped open a garbage bag.
Oh, fun.
Oh,
But not my puppy.
Objection.
Puppy troubles.
Not my
Hooray.
puppy.
Not the puppy,
actually.
the other dogs.
No,
The other dog.
the adult husky and the adults.
Oh yeah, that
Whatever.
explains it.
Whatever Dr. Dobbins is.
Mr. Dobbins.
Yes. All right. So heightened senses, Anne.
yeah.
Sasha.
I also have heightened senses.
Yeah. So you pick up despite the rain, which is like basically like abated, just like it's eased up a little bit. You pick up a heavy, or not a heavy. You pick up the faint scent of like cigarette smoke and clove, sort of like distant and behind you, and you can like sense the presence of somebody. Right?
Somebody
like
else.
somebody, yeah, like you're in a cemetery, right? And so there's somebody like sort of distantly, and you get that sense that they are looking at you. As
No, wait,
you
looking at me specifically.
I mean, you couldn't discern that necessarily.
Okay.
With senses, but yeah, they're the coterie, the funeral in general. As you are processing, Robert looks up at a floating Rory.
Just barely, but yeah. Just like an inch.
And
but yeah.
Gives out a less audible, you can pick it up with your heightened senses because it's on, but like a sort of barely audible for anyone who doesn't have heightened senses, and audible for people who do have heightened senses, just a huh. And I have to go let the evil husky in real quick while you process that.
Who let the dogs in?
I'm sorry, everybody.
Woo, woo.
I have no idea what the hell I'm doing.
Okay, I have an idea.
Mm-hmm.
It may be bad, but I think it'll at least get us more information. Yeah, it's free. I'm fine. There is no cost to this. I can, yeah. So I have Sense the Beast. So we can figure out at least if Robert is like a new vampire, if Ada Wright is a vampire.
You can figure that out.
I can figure that out. Jack can figure that out, and then Jack can tell everyone else.
I don't know you. Don't touch my purse.
Yeah, here's the obstacle. The one person you may be able to convey this is Sasha.
Yeah, that's true.
Because we were in the midst of me.
Among
Sasha,
many large lingering questions in Rory's mind, right? One of them is, who the fuck is this person that was on this wild ride with us?
And is now speaking French.
Why would bring you?
No, the problem is that this happened at the most awkward time because Sasha was going to get to the introductions and then I forgot.
Okay, Meth.
Interruptus?
Yeah, no, I hate it. But, it's fine. So, just a reminder,
okay, buddy,
they don't know you.
Meth, buddy, you are currently doing the thing where, yep. I know. Wait, I should do a different voice. Next time this happens, I'm gonna give him a dramatic anime protagonist voice.
Yeah, straight out of
So I can tell
Dragon Ball Z
because some menu opens up in my web browser that I didn't open up. It just zipped.
Yeah.
Back now.
I wasn't clicking it, and I just saw this window, the setting window open up that showed microphone options and shit, and I'm like, and it's everything correctly is. It's just like Opera had a seizure.
Ah.
Right. Anyway.
Can I use Sense the Beast?
Yes, but what else did I miss as you're using Sense the Beast? Again, for all intents and purposes, you may use your characters.
So, the main thing that Sasha's doing is using Sense the Beast to try to figure out if there's anybody here beyond the obvious. I mean, obviously, you know, they're hanging out, but I want to figure out what's going on.
It's not Sasha. You said Sasha. You meant Jaq.
You're Jaq, not Sasha.
Or, yeah. No, I'm actually Sasha now. We've switched characters. Sorry.
You know,
Anyways,
I
very
would
possible
love
this game.
to do like a Freaky Friday adventure.
that would be fun. So
I'm
Jack
sure
is
it'll
going to
happen at
use
some
Sense
point.
the Beast.
I love that. Like I just said Freaky Friday, and everyone just knew what I meant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's in the Zeke guy tone.
It
Yeah.
is.
Sense that beast.
So
All right. So, Sense the Beast.
Mhm.
I'm going to roll my Resolve plus Animalism. Where did my dice go? Hold on. Technical difficulties.
oh, it's been a day. I haven't even told y'all about the part where I was towing home our scissors lift, and a part of it broke off and shattered somebody's windshield behind me at work.
Mm,
Fun times.
It's
Jesus.
been a day.
yeah.
Ooh.
Okay, so Resolve plus Animalism. So let's see. That's 2. Oh, I don't have a ton in this.
Resolve is a good skill. Or a good
Yeah,
ability.
I know. Okay, 2 successes.
Both Robert and Ada
Yes.
harbor some sort of supernatural element to them.
Okay.
As far as their ill will and level of hostility, it is more of a cautious curiosity, so low.
Okay.
Save for Robert, whose cautious curiosity has a well, you didn't roll like very super high, so I can't give you like
No, I rolled
turbo
shit.
specific. But there's like an edge of the curiosity vibe has this edge to it. I'll just put it that way.
Okay. He's listening to MCR. So Jack kind of the priest is still talking, right? Because this is Catholic.
He did the ashes to ashes, dust to dust thing.
Okay, so we came at the tail end of the like.
Yeah. You always enter a scene at the latest possible moment with stuff like this.
Jack,
he's done. This is the part where like like people will have dispersed into small groups and talking, and at this point, like Robert and Ada have like sort of branched off into a small satellite. Like Ada threw a like the flower, put a flower on the coffin, a carnation actually put a carnation on the coffin, and like you saw Robert roll his eyes at the and for those of you with heightened senses,
what color?
I mean red.
Okay, red. Okay, cool.
Like a little bit like a light red, quote unquote. You mean pink? Yes, I mean like it's it's in that like that middle magenta-y red. It's not all the way like a bright red. It's like a pinkish, like a deep pink hue. I can't
symbolize more pink than red then. So
matches her lipstick, by the way.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And nail polish. Her nail polish would be a contrasting hue, like a dark burgundy. So the heightened senses will hear Robert mock Ada's, in his words, pointless ritual for our dearly departed. And she says, sometimes it's the small gestures that count. Sometimes the small gestures, mean the most. There's so few grandiose acts. It's the small things we gotta pay attention to. We gotta pursue. And then he looks like he's about to say something regarding grandiose acts, and he just kind of shoots a little bit of a side eye to the still floating Rory ? Question mark.
Probably, I think landing at this point.
Okay.
Like, yeah.
Side eye to Rory.
I've mind palaced.
Speaking of mind palaced, Ashley has also mind palaced via mind mask.
All right.
Just like, nope, just in case.
Mm-hmm.
No,
No,
no.
beautiful. Roll any possible system and.
Yeah, I got 4.
Okay.
And I did not get hungry.
Okay.
Jaq kind of
While
takes
this was happening, I was just like, let me do this real quick so we're not.
tiny step towards Sasha.
So the Ashley, when you before, during, and after, so that I the significance of saying this is so that you understand that the mind mask isn't the reason for it. Okay. As you go, you think to do the act, and you go through the act, and so on and so forth. You feel the sort of like Static Man's like tone, but it comes through as static, like actual radio static, like it, like you're on the wrong radio station, just.
This could be good.
Carries some sort of weird weight of words, but
Like-
it is
Like, oh, you can't hide that much, probably, or like,
yeah, whatever it is, but
something snarky.
It carries the weight of words. It has a little bit like some intonation, as much as intonation of as much as a dead radio station can have intonation, but it just comes through as radio static.
Yep, still doing it.
And then somebody else said something.
So Jaq takes like a little shuffle step towards Sasha. And is going, there's like a moment where they try to decide something. Okay, first off, we're going to go through my checklist as Jaq takes the little shuffle step. What? It is raining, correct?
It is raining. And then one final thing for those of you with heightened senses, the origin of the cigarette, the cloved cigarette smoker, is you would recognize it as Joshua. Sam 2 is Joshua, right? Yeah, Sam 2, Joshua.
Yeah. Sam 2.
Standing off classically by a dilapidated like angel statue, so there's like a big like obelisk sized like angel sorry, not statue, headstone, which would be for a baby's or a child's death at this age, to really elbow in the sadness and the depression of this whole adventure, everybody.
Hooray.
Yay.
And he's like sort of by it, like you see him smoking the cigarette, throw it down and let it smolder in the rain.
That's a fire hazard.
The cherry on the cigarette almost looks like a neon halo, how it's kind of dead in the center, and you got the red ring on the outside, and that orange red ring on the outside, and the smoke does its best to fight the rain for some real estate in the sky, but it is losing that battle. All right, what did somebody else say? I'm sorry,
So,
flavor text. I'm feeling flavor text heavy today, I guess.
okay, what do I have in my pockets?
Bucket of fried chicken.
Why don't you tell me what you're hoping to find, and I'll tell you if you have it.
A phone and keys.
Yeah, you got phone. You definitely have phone. You have
Okay.
you
What
have
is
like
the make and model of the phone? Is it something that would be more
I mean, it would be
2020s?
Ooh, great question. So this is like a Motorola Razr, the original model.
Okay.
So it's 2005-ish.
All right, fantastic.
You
So
are
the
Ravnos,
original-
are you not?
I am Ravnos.
If you flip open like to see like the date of like your most recent texts and stuff,
Mhm.
it puts you right around the week of nightmares.
Oh shit.
So it turned when your like specific antediluvian, dies, all the Ravnos felt that shock in their bloodline. So like you would distinctly know because you were embraced before like 2000 and so the Week of Nightmares
Yeah.
is supposed to be like nebulously they have a specific time they want it to be, but they
Monday,
put
June
it
28th through Sunday, July 4th, 1999.
yeah it's there you go. But I was going to say I was going to rewind it a little bit back to like 1997.
Okay, 1997.
So the Motorola Razr would not be in your pocket.
Oh yeah, you're right. No. So no, it's
Yeah.
got to be the early aughts, right? 2001.
Yeah.
When was the?
Yeah.
God damn it!
Razr.
You just made this harder.
Well, maybe there's no phone.
Or a
When did it-
different phone that could just be. Without seeing the target, only having them within earshot. That's the power.
I don't think you know anything. You can see them anyway.
So
Yeah, but
remember.
I'm not looking at them.
So remember
Whatever.
when you asked me
Like-
about your like magnum opus, by the way, magnum
Yeah.
opus will work with being a rock star. I'm just saying. Yeah. Okay. Vampire is also.
I don't know how that's going to work right now, but I'm
We'll
gonna
wrap our
start
heads
with
around
this.
it later. Yeah. So roll Daunt then, I suppose.
I don't roll anything for the Daunt. I don't think I have to rouse for it. I'm pretty sure I don't.
You still have to roll to physically daunt folks.
Do I? Hold
I
on.
believe so.
Daunt them.
Okay.
I may be wrong. It's an auto
I suppose
power.
it's an opposed check, I guess, if I'm trying to.
You would
Activate
add your
some-
presence rating to any intimidation rolls that you would make.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not
also-
doing an intimidation
Attacking
roll
the user
right now.
requires a resolve plus controller.
Yeah.
or
So
kosher
yeah,
roll.
if they wanted to attack you, it's harder. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Questions have been answered by figuring out what the date was. But just looking around, how crowded is this cemetery? What can I tell the general time of day?
Regarding the general time of day, so it's
Yes.
been raining virtually the whole time until
Okay.
the band walks up on these two strangers. The rain just for flavor has let up a little bit, and the sun's sort of constant pressure on the clouds has finally begun to win a little bit, and some sunlight has come through a bit. It seems to be early morning, 10 11 a.m. At the latest. Time of the
Where
year,
are we?
you know that. You are in Chicago. You're in one of the
Okay.
cemeteries, sort of like
What part of the cemetery are we in?
smack in the heart of one of its It's newer plots. So there's a
Okay,
lot of
interesting.
vacant graves or headstones that have been like pre-purchased but nothing dug up, and it's that kind of area. Apart from the sort of southern plot, which is was formerly historically preserved, and so they weren't allowed to have extra build more out of the cemetery and so on and so forth, but they went through whatever necessary licensing bribes, and were finally able to get more land added, and so on and so forth. Usually these sorts of cemeteries are kind of they tend to be if they're like inner city or these inner city cemeteries, they will have existed for like 100 years or whatever, and they usually don't add new to them unless you do some exorbitant stuff.
Yeah.
Like this probably has people buried in it from like the Chicago fires, like
Probably even before then.
even before then. Yes.
So hi, how's it going, you two? Who are you and what are you doing here?
Motherfucker.
Wow.
It's
a very good question.
Does Robert have a last name?
No.
Murdoch.
Excuse me?
My sire? Yeah, Robert Murdoch. Yeah.
Oh my god. No wonder
What?
he was hanging around the Kingpin.
Oh,
Matt Murdoch. Yeah. Hey.
It all comes back.
Six Shades of Vincent D'Onofrio.
I love those idiosyncrasies.
The bacon score is like 0.
Well,
Full bacon.
I'm sorry, gentlemen of too many appointments in a day and not enough times here to pay my respects. I am the new owner of your label, Robert Murdoch.
Of course.
And this is my, don't you fucking call me your assistant or I will. Ada Wright, she says. And she like extends like her hand to whomever is like, closest.
Oh,
she doesn't like shake the whole party. She like,
well, I think a couple of them are back, and then
Jaq is like kind of hanging
like,
back
kind of like
a little bit and watching.
Yeah.
I'm letting Mo sort of take I'm like in that like guard position right behind Mo.
I mean,
like,
Mo has big lead singer energy right now.
Yeah. She's the bassist.
Bassist, nice.
Yeah. I think Ashley feels
Melissa Auf der Moore.
I think Ashley feels some sort of like not feeling, but like attraction through Mo's body, and is like, all right, we'll lead into this. Grabs Ada Wright's hand, like pulls it up and says, nice to meet you. So you decide to come to a funeral to introduce yourselves? Like that seems like kind of a bad thing.
This wasn't a social engagement. It was to pay your respects, and we didn't control when the funeral was.
You could have easily just, called us into your office, introduced yourselves, said sorry for your loss.
I'm sorry. And he just kind of, as if he doesn't like remember your name or didn't introduce yourself.
Monica.
I'm sorry, Monica. There's a lot more acts signed to the label than I'm afraid I have. How do I put this? I was told you're.
Oh, now you're muted.
We lost you again.
Damn it! Again, the power of friendship can't solve this crisis.
Oh no,
The
not
crisis
this.
is the tech
The tech
keeps
issues.
breaking.
It's all right.
Yeah.
I believe in the heart of the cards.
Oh
Get out of
boy.
here. So
I'm stuck here now.
I am, depending on what they say, I am. Oh boy. All right, let's play this out and see what happens.
yeah.
It would have been in poor taste if I didn't come pay my respects to employee who died in driving a company vehicle. It was a shitty van, Ada says. Yeah, but we rented it, but we had purchased it for the moving, whatever. I won't get into that. As far as my timing, it would have been in poor taste to not pay my respects to an employee. I didn't control the timing.
In poor taste to crash a funeral. That's interesting. I didn't realize that you took such fascinating etiquette courses.
Again, I wasn't expecting expecting you to Charlemagne. Wasn't expecting any of the talent to be here.
You weren't expecting.
Why would we not
for
be
our
at a fucking friend's funeral?
Olivia.
Because the talent often views the roadies and bouncers as expendable. I didn't realize you were on a first-name basis.
No.
On multiple levels, there's the unbridled hatred burning in Rory / Cameron's eyes.
Olivia.
Ooh, I love it.
Sasha.
It's great.
Kind of instinctively draws her hand out to stop Cameron from exploding, and just and it's full daunt, right? And just says, this funeral was for friends and family. I think some of us qualify as friends and others qualify as family.
Yeah, at the what the hell record label was Save Ferris on?
You realize that there was a public viewing, a memorial, various different ways you could have paid your respects outside of crashing this
of course,
friends and family funeral.
Starpool it would be the indie label though, or something like that. I don't know where Starpool was actually housed, came out of, but
This is a world with vampires, dude.
But Starpool sounds fucking cool. As the owner of Starpool Records, I'd really think all my employees of family, really.
All right, what's my last name?
That is some what's my mother's name energy right there.
And it's not the god.
You can't name what high school I went to. You're not my friend, or you don't care about me. Yeah.
Sorry.
Nonetheless, what they're getting at is you saying that we don't care who goes on the road with us is a crock of shit. Because guess what? He pulled a bunch of stupid assholes off our stage a bunch of times. We've drank, we've smoked, we've been on the road together. Wow.
Bad. Broke up what, 6 fucking times?
I would like to point out that any recreational activities are taken on our own time.
Smoking.
Any recreational activities are taken on our own time.
Okay,
Ada butts in. And look, I don't want to get into whatever is going on here, but if the Starpool family is going to put money behind you all, we might have to clean up this business between and she points, she does like the two fingers and points at Cameron and is it Olivia?
Olivia, yeah.
Points at Cameron and Olivia and the rumors.
What the fucking? Yeah, and
she gestures at the grave, like in the rumors
that they were fucking
and she puts up like a triangle, like
Yes.
Yeah.
they're good friends.
and the
they're aware.
fucking and
Yeah.
what are we?
Cannot be the most interesting taste that you've had with your record label, can it?
Look, PR is it's a living animal.
Then cage it.
It's a what's the fuck, an Ouroboros of gossip
It's not.
and insanity.
It's not.
I'm just
It's
trying
not
to
the time.
get a lot of things are going to come out of this crash. It was very, very tragic, very freak. Yes. But they're going to start looking into things, and the wrong kind of spin, the wrong kind of press about this could torpedo your record. We're already going to have to push back the release. And I don't think the public will respond too well to, yeah, they're fucking, but something else like Star-Crossed Lovers or
You
or
came
Jealous
and crashed.
Ex or
You came and crashed a funeral to talk business, and now Olivia is mad. This is not appropriate, and she is on the verge of throwing hands.
If you wish,
That's where Mo puts out a hand and goes,
if you wish to conduct business with us, I highly recommend that you schedule an appointment. Otherwise, take your time and spend it with the other stars. I'm sure that some of them are burning rather quickly.
what they're saying. But
Now
also, and
might
then
not be the
Ashley
best
kind of
fucking
pushes
time.
forward, like in the thought process, and goes, "What an interesting word, Ouroboros. That would not be what I would say, huh?
oh,
Ouroboros, like the snake eating its own tail, right?
I thought it was an apt description of press and publicity.
Right,
Paparazzi.
right. I think it's time for you to leave. For at least right now, we gotta actually pay our respects outside of having people just show up.
Oh,
Let me
you-
mourn my fucking husband in peace, maybe. How about that?
As a word of advice, the next time you're concerned about your snake, I highly recommend feeding it something else. You control the rumors. Spread something different.
Yeah, what all they said. All right, bye. Have a great day. Hope to see you in the studio.
See you
We have
soon.
a banger freaking album coming out.
See you soon. That Sense the Beast edge. I'm not gonna make. If you want to roll again to see if you get more successes, I'm gonna say
Yeah.
it's kinda, I'm gonna
I
say it's
got
kind
bad successes, dude.
say it's kind of but there's a. Yeah, go ahead.
Now I'm ready to do it. I'm ready to pull the trigger. Boom! Possession time. Let's fucking go.
Okay.
Oh,
Double.
okay.
I wanna,
Muting.
I wanna double dip that said or share the
You never
sentence.
double
Let's
dip.
go.
You never double dip.
Always double dip.
You never double dip.
No,
None of
are
you
you
have seen
kidding?
Punch.
That is
No, go ahead.
More crunch.
okay.
You should
Listen,
double dip the ship.
I'm doing it.
Double dip.
I'm doing it.
Okay.
I got 4.
I would like to.
Or the see you soon. Definitely supernatural still. It hasn't changed. If there's not a crit in there, you can't tell what kind of supernatural.
There is.
Oh, there's a crit in there?
Yeah. I'm still getting used to the dice rules, sorry.
Mage.
I would like to jump into.
And sorry, you want to jump into?
I would like to jump into Ada's.
There is definitely
sentence.
a threat in that see you soon. You want to jump into
Okay.
Ada?
Yeah. And so that is, just give me a second. It's been a while since I've done this. It's been a while. Okay. What is the poll for heightened senses? Perception plus aspects plus the successful rousing for the. Hold on. Do I have to rouse and then do the check? I think I do. Hold on. I have to
It's
do another.
in Player's Guide, right?
No, it's core.
Oh, okay.
It's a rouse check and then do the thing, right? I'm just double checking.
If it tells you to rouse, then it's rouse and then do the thing. Yeah.
Yeah,
you do the thing regardless of if the rouse.
Yeah. It just means do you get hungrier or not?
Yeah, and so I
Resolve
told
aspects.
you hunger is relevant to your current predicament.
Okay, yeah. Oh,
Like
what does that mean? Sorry.
your
Okay.
vessel has can't handle the vampirism basically surging through it, and interesting read cool shit's gonna happen is all I have to say. The hungrier you get.
Okay, so I get hungrier to activate the power, but
Yep.
then to add three more dice, I do not get hungrier.
Cool.
So let's okay, so
Kuro, what are you doing?
hold on. What is the pool? It's perception plus aspects
Resolve aspects.
plus 3. No, I said no, sorry.
Resolve
Wrong. Resolve
And
aspects.
So can I
So
tell
that's-
who is the mage between them real quick? I'm assuming
he's
Robert.
yeah, Robert's a mage. Ada is a
mummy.
No.
the
Hot.
problem.
Okay.
She doesn't read right. She's supernatural, but
Does she read Wong?
I hate you. All right. Good night, everybody. It's been a great stream.
So she's supernatural, but
Not a vampire or a mage. Or I guess you would probably know werewolves, so probably not a werewolf either.
yeah, Jack's definitely met with like a werewolf at some point in their storied history.
6 successes. This is for share the census, and so essentially you're going to taxi.
Bitches, let's go.
So
Oh boy.
I'm not going to end on like a cool cliffhanger or anything, because if I did, I would end it right here. So I'm going to give the cool description, and then point out that it's 12:43, and I have work very soon. So some interesting shit happens when you share the census. So like you succeed, like you crush it in terms of sort of like reaching out and like and but this thing sort of like happens where we've all seen like we've been using the mind palace metaphor throughout tonight, so I'm going to use I'm going to stick with that for some consistency. When you share her census, it's like there are multiple doors. Like you're sort of probing and searching through, and windows work a little bit better. It's like walking through like an Inception, the movie, and or the Doctor Strange movie, like Inception hotel, and looking out all the windows. There are multiple.
No.
Like she is a veritable panopticon of senses.
And there's doors.
Yeah,
doors.
there's like it is like she's a panopticon. Like there's a bunch of windows looking a bunch of different ways and doors that you can open,
Right.
and who knows where they go to. And you get this sensation of like when you dream of falling.
Yeah.
You have that permanent feeling when you are inside of her senses.
No, I remember
As
the
far
last
as
time
the
Sasha
reading her
had to deal with
supernatural,
doors.
like it doesn't. she reads as supernatural, but it doesn't register properly. It's like there's interference.
Okay.
Does
Static.
this... Okay, so, man, the last time Sasha had to deal with doors, that went well. How many doors do I see?
I mean, doors is metaphoric here, you know.
Oh, not actual doors? Because if I'm hanging out in her brain, and I'm gonna start swinging
It's
some
more
doors
like
open.
you're
Her
like
mental
yeah.
doors.
And so describe it as that. And
Okay.
yeah, I don't have an epic closing for this one like an explosion or a sweet painting. Actually I do.
Great.
This is where the camera finds itself you know, back in time, back in place. This is where that you have that sort of cut back to something that the characters had already seen, but we hadn't yet as an audience, right? And we see Ashley Dame's painting. And we get this swirl, this veritable ballet of Gallic runes and sigils and stuff kind of swirling around the wall. And at the center, it is 4 corpses in coffins, and 3 of them resemble your coterie members. The 4th resembles Jaq, whom you haven't met yet. And at the center, there is a void with a arm reaching out.
Thanks. I hate it.
You also notice that a repeated motif would be like waves and water.
Thanks. Really hate it.
And we'll call it there.
Man, I was so excited for Jaq and Ashley to like have a conversation.
I
Someday.
totally rope-a-doped you too, Elle. Like, hey, we spent like weeks coming up with your character. Now play a random other thing.
Yeah.
Welcome,
Charlemagne.
Welcome to one of my chronicles. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
By the way, I gotta say, I adore how everyone started getting into it. Like after a little, it took a minute to like get a vibe for it, and then everyone started getting into it. Like my bullet points on this adventure seemed a lot cooler than how the adventure was playing out. I'm like, oh no, but then it started to get good again.
It's all right. Next session, Jaq is gonna flirt with Ashley. That's a thing that's happening. I'm putting it into the
I
universe.
didn't intend for y'all to like get stuck in this sequence. I wanted there to be this really like mournful like moment of like and it was supposed to sort of be some sort of like commentary and that ties into a lot of these things that's going on.
Then all of us started mind palacing.
And now it's like and now it's like, hold up, I want to see where this goes, you know, like and then that happened.
I literally was waiting for you to just, you know, do the thing you intended to do and then move us back into other things, because I was like, oh, please. But you know, I only started doing it because everyone else was doing it, and I'm like, well, I'm stuck here now. That's what that was. I just kind of gave in.
But that meant we got some pertinent information.
Okay, so he died.
Ada Wong.
Ada Wright.
But also possibly Ada Wong.
True.
Yeah. So I think you did get an important snippet about Ada Wright, by the way, by sharing her senses. And I will let you I'll let you know now and remind me if I forget it. Should you find yourself back in the proper reality, I will allow you to check her census. because of the
You've done it
hallway.
once. Yeah.
Hallways.
Like, I don't know if you picked up on it, but I was implying that she can glimpse other realities.
Is she like?
All roads lead the wrong way.
Or the
Call
right
it,
way.
Call it.
Yeah,
No,
it's over.
Get us
All right,
the
I was
fuck
gonna
out of
say
here.
intros, exits. So speaking of the wrong way, the person making the bad puns, Michael, who are you? Who you been playing?
Bad? I don't know what you mean.
The terrible puns.
Yes, I am Michael. I was supposed to be Rory Teague, but it turns out I was also Cameron McIntyre. So, yeah. Let's go.
Speaking of let's going, Sasha / Anne.
Hi, I'm Anne. I played Sasha. I played Olivia. I don't know. She has a last name. We'll figure that out later. Yeah, find me on Bluesky at the Girl Wonder. I'm my brain. I'm done.
Speaking of my brain, Shelly, how's it going?
Hi, my brain hurts. Hi, I'm Shelly Von Miller. You can find me everywhere on the internet at Shelly Von Miller. I've been playing Ashley Dame / Monica Bloom. Hey, fun fact about me, I have a podcast now.
Yay.
It's called After
Woo!
the Table, a TTRPG podcast where we talk about actual plays and we sit down with actual plays and talk about their actual plays.
Fun
You can
fact
find
about me, I'm going to be on it.
Yeah. Actually, fun fact about all of us. We're all going to be on it because I'm
What?
forcing you all on
This
it
is
as the
this is
season,
my
whenever this fucking season ends, and it will be the season
this
finale.
is my very first time hearing about this, by the way.
Yeah.
This
No,
is very
this is
exciting.
everyone's first time hearing about this. Y'all will be the very last episode of this season. Booyah.
Wonderful.
There you
Cool.
go. But yeah, I have you can find it on all podcast platforms to include YouTube and Spotify having video.
Cool.
There you go. Merry Christmas.
Speaking of there you go, Merry Christmas. No, I had a bad segue earlier in there. I'm
Yeah.
like, no, we'll
Nah,
let
you can't beat it all the time.
we'll let her cook. So Elle, how's it going? Welcome to not playing your own character for
Hello, everyone.
Welcome to
I
playing
am-
another World of Darkness game for 2 sessions.
Woo.
I'll
Hello,
get you back into
everybody.
the violence very soon. It's all right.
Hey, it's okay. I am Elle. I have been attempting to play Jaq Durant. Instead, I have been playing Charlemagne Petrichor.
Yeah. Nice. I love that.
Thank you. So I have decided Charlemagne is the saddest, wettest, most pathetic cat in the world. And I will be dangling them by their scruff and swinging them at anybody who talks to them.
By the way, you're clearly the drummer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like if you're you had concocted this like whole backstory for Charlemagne. And there's a very deeply tragic backstory.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's drummer. That's the drum. That's sorry, you're a drummer.
Yeah.
Like
Charlemagne, I think, would lie face down in a graveyard and just kind of like soak it in.
This is why we're a ska
that's
band.
what I did on
Yeah.
weekends when I was a junior in high school. What the problem is?
Hey, buddy.
Hey, buddy, are you okay?
No,
I know.
clinically. It's all right.
Anyways, yeah, that's Charlemagne. That's maybe one day gonna be Jaq again.
Next session we'll get back to the coterie proper.
Fantastic. I mean, I'm having a great time either way.
Yeah.
And I think that is it for me, aside from if anybody wants to talk about G.I. Joe in the chat, let's talk about G.I. Joe.
Is that
But-
Real American Hero game?
Speaking of
Yes.
G.I. Joe and
Please
related
play G.I.
properties,
Joe with me at
we can
Gen
start
Con.
talking about
Yeah,
Gen Con.
it is about the time that we announced those two
Yeah.
announced
If
that they're
you're
going to
gonna
Gen
be
Con.
at Gen Con, I'll be
I'll be
running
at Gen
games.
Con. I'm
Elle's
gonna
gonna be
be
there
running
running some
games.
games. Possibly Meth there running some games, hopefully.
I would love to.
If you want to hunt for
so-
Zartan or hunt for Energon, play my games.
So
Gonna be
I'm a
Power
big
Ranger on a skateboard.
I'm a
So
big
you'll
Storm
see it.
Shadow stan. Snake Eye stands, fight me. You suck. I will fight you with my actual katana over there in the corner.
Incredible. I have great news for you about who's in this adventure.
Am I is it Storm Shadow? The
Storm
best one?
Shadow will appear, yes.
Storm Shadow best. They made him a total chump in the like live action movies.
They
made.
did.
Like there's a great, I remember the comic book from the 90s. There's this awesome scene where like all of the like ninja characters have fallen over a cliff and they're all like chained
Yes.
together holding each other up. So you have like Storm Shadow holding Snake Eyes and like they're all like holding each other's hands
Yeah.
like, over the cliff. I'm like, this is one of the greatest panels in comic book history. That's my only memory from the G.I. Joe comic books in the 90s. But if you're only allowed one memory from the G.I. Joe comic books, it's that one. And that's the one I want. That or Baroness being just, awesome. Why do I like the bad guys in G.I. Joe?
Storm Shadow is just a misunderstood boy.
Well, he's a mercenary, right? Like he's
I mean, he's a mercenary, but also he's a mercenary because Zartan murdered his uncle and he doesn't know that. And he's like, who murdered my uncle?
I imagine that you have something in common with all of the people who bought the Cobra source book for the RPG and want to actually play Cobras.
I don't want to play Cobra. No, they're terrorists.
Yeah, Cobra sucks.
But not like fun terrorists. They're like pseudo-Nazis, and I don't like that.
Well,
Yeah.
sometimes they're pseudo-Nazis, sometimes Cobra Commander.
Subclass. So
I'm going to do this. Hey, if you want to talk about freaking G.I. Joe and all that stuff, join the Discord. And also add us on social media.
Talk about G.I. Joe with me,
talk
please.
about G.I. Joe on, yeah.
See, I'm not even that into G.I. Joe. I just have this ability to talk about anything and be interested in what other people like.
Unfortunately, I am going to have to talk to you about Cobra Commander once we get off of the stream because I have a lot of thoughts about him.
So we can talk about Cobra Commander or whatever the fuck. We'll see you on the fucking drink your milk, pay your taxes, be kind to each other, and get the fuck out of here for a bit. We'll see you
until
next week, cuties.
Next time, same bat channel.
Will I be here next week? Will I exist next week? Those are important questions.
Fucking Christ.
That Jaq
bye,
is
everyone.
asking themselves. Bye, everyone.
Bye.